Go with the clap. Thank you.
We in the building. We in the
building.
Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie,
the one and only Howie.
That's right. We're not the one and only.
No other Howies around here.
Yeah. A lot of y'all Howies got the
Not in this building.
That's right. Let the real Howie stand up.
There go my man Supreme Rob.
My man.
What's up, man?
Yep.
We appreciate you, brother. Checking us out.
And you know what, man? That was really a good interview that we did with him.
Yeah. Excellent interview, man.
I really liked him to go back to the show. I mean, we really got in depth, with some of the things that was going on in the Kentucky world. So, shout out. Oh, I want to shout out Germ Hatcher. Yeah, Germ Hatcher, excuse me. He's got a new song out.
Yeah.
Courtesy of, T. Lynn sharing it with us. We want to try to build that brand. And also, we want to take time out to, notice if we got if y'all have any new art or new artists coming up, please allow them to come to the show. We would love to interview them so we can get, some local talent coming around. I was actually went to the gym the other day.
Okay.
Shout out to Whitney. She know who she is. She was telling me that really, the radio stations around here, I ain't gonna name no names, don't really recognize the local talent anymore.
Of course
so,
not.
Hey, we want to be a platform for y'all to come on and actually talk about, local talent. So, anyway, just hit us up, email us, which is the real triadhiphoppodcast.com. I know that's very long.
At gmail.com.
Yeah. Did I say Hotmail?
You said .com.
Oh, dang, that was a Hotmail. Who the fuck uses Hotmail? Excite? Goddamn.
Hey, hold on there. I still got an old Hotmail email.
Me too.
I still use that joint, but I just had it since high school, so I ain't never let it go.
Yeah, I used to remember the Excite joint, the site out there. Man, that back the internet was fun. Now I'm just we got them on in your ass.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, just come and, email us, hit us up, check us out, man, because we really like to have y'all on the platform.
Definitely.
And, to tell y'all side of the story and what's going on. But anyway, how was your week?
My week was good, man. Can't complain, It went by kind of slow, it was one of those weeks, but I'm glad we're here, another day off to, do something fun. I see we got Dominic in the building.
Oh, Dominic in the building. We hit the joint, When you get in, we fit in now. Sit down and fuck up the furniture. Now, just playing.
But we gotta have Supreme Rob back on. Plus, we gotta get Doe to Dawn on the show as well.
Definitely.
So that interview we did with Supreme was really good. But yeah, my like I said, my week was good. Just another work week. Just right now, not really working on any special projects other than the podcast right now. So, how about yours? How was your week?
That was pretty good. I told you that I went to a funeral Friday. I had an uncle of mine that passed away. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But other than that, it's been pretty good, pretty productive. Just taking my one little summer class, getting work done on it, and that's about it. Trying to make moves, man. I got, what I'm saying. I gotta do better. We as people, black people, we gotta do better, and I'm really pointing at myself.
Yeah.
I've been loving and enjoying the Kwame Brown stuff, man. Getting in their ass.
Yeah, man.
His mama's cooking.
Man. He's been going in on him, so good for him, man. He gotta speak up for himself.
Yeah, man.
So, but yeah, again, this is episode 166.
166.
So we appreciate y'all checking us out once again. We're not going to keep y'all, but we got a few things we want to talk about that are very important.
Yes, yes, it is.
But before we go too far, unfortunately, we got to talk about some people who have passed away. There was a young female rapper coming up out of Ohio named Boog the Bandit. And she was only 26, I think. And she was riding around in a car one night with a friend of hers, and some people approached. I guess they're trying to rob him or something, and just kind of lit the car up, man. Shot him up, you know. So rest in peace to her, man. She was just getting her hip hop career going. Said she had just got baptized. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you know, I mean, so she was trying to do the right thing in her life. She was, all about God or whatever. Whatever you believe in, that's your thing. But and I'm not trying to say her religion was the right religion. I'm just saying at least she was on a good path.
Yeah,
she was doing what she felt was right and trying to get God in her life. So, I really find that so messed up that she had to get taken out at such a young age. So. She actually looked younger than 26. When I saw her pictures, I thought she was like maybe 18, 19 or something.
Yeah, I seen, like I said, I caught the story. I didn't hear too much about it, but I caught what Willie D had shared.
Right.
On the No More Talk, the way he does his style. But yeah, he had shared it and kind of talked about it and everything. But yeah, it's really unfortunate, man. Like man. I mean, it used to be like when you was a rapper, you could rap, but now it's like, damn near like a hazardous job. Like you motherfucking need hazard to pay you some shit, man. Right. It's getting crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, being a rapper, it's crazy, man. And I mean, I saw the Willie D joint. That made me kind of research the story a little bit further. So I went and Googled a little more and see what other stuff I could find out. And I mean, I did find like her social media page, and it had some of her videos, and I think I found some of her stuff on YouTube, and she was pretty talented, man, I have to admit. So she would have probably been, pretty big in the industry after a while, man. So it is what it is, man. But our condolences, and also you said you wanted to send some condolences as well.
Yeah, I want to send some condolences to my uncle. I affectionately call him Cousin Uncle Henry. He had passed away Thursday, and today is my sister's birthday. She would have been 36 today, so I definitely want to wish her a heavenly happy birthday.
That's pumpkin, right?
Muffin.
I'm sorry.
Pumpkin.
I said pumpkin.
Boy,
my bad.
Pumpkin.
My bad.
No, it's all
Happy
good.
Birthday, Muffin.
Yeah,
my bad.
Pumpkin.
All these nicknames start to sound the same to me after a while.
Oh well.
But yeah, happy heavenly birthday to her, man.
You said you. Your family.
Yeah, we had a distant family member pass away. A great uncle from out at the coast, and on my stepdaughter's side of the family. So she's going to visit them and attend the funeral. So definitely want to send condolences out for that. But if anybody you lost somebody recently, keep them in your prayers and, try to learn something from them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But let's give everybody a moment of silence and pay our respects. All righty. Thank y'all so much for doing that for us and with us. Yeah. So, I didn't really have a question of the day. Did you have one? If not, we can kind of come up with something on the spot right now.
All right, hold on. Let me flip it. All right. Well, since we're talking about the Kwame Brown situation. Would it had any other effect if it was another, let's say maybe a white busted athlete coming out saying anything? But you know what I'm saying, they haven't been picked on either. But if there was a white busted athlete that actually came out and actually said that they was picking on, like, yeah, that guy's trash, like, would he have the same effect as Kwame Brown?
In a couple of ways, I would have to say no. Now, that's just me. And I think that, that's just a lot of white people, they take things a little bit different. You know what I mean? So he may not have reacted the same way that Kwame Brown did. And a lot of them are good for keeping things to themselves and just, feeling like they don't have the right to say anything. You know what I mean? So we're a little more vocal as black people about, okay, I'm getting tired of it now. It's got to be, nipped in the bud, so I don't know. And then as far as reactions, I think that if a white person did speak up, I think that, it would have been respectful, and respected. I just don't know if they would have spoke up, but I think it would have been respected just the same What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I'll probably go along with you. I think it would be highlighted, but yeah, I don't think with the way Kwame is doing it at the press, how he's doing it, and the gravity that he's doing it, I don't think it would be as nearly as effective. Because I mean, don't get me wrong. I would say like if they did that to white athletes, like, oh, this guy was Christian Laettner trash, or this guy was trash. You know what I'm saying? If they came out and said that, and I'm just using these for example, folks. I don't want y'all to be like, well, here's what they were trash. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But anyway, the thing of it is like if they was on that type of platform, let's say it like this. If a white guy out of high school came to the NBA and first of all, they would make sure he wasn't trash.
Right.
They would build that up. Let's just get that out the way. But let's say they didn't do that. Let's say, look, we gotta stomp him down because we don't want people coming out of high school going straight to the NBA.
Right.
Because that's one thing that Conway Brown actually talked about. So let's say that happened. Let's say they suppress him. They had Stephen A. Smith talking about, oh, he's a bum, this, that, and the third.
Right.
I still don't think it would be as effective as what Kwame Brown is. I mean, and because I think the thing of it is, no matter what color or creed you are, he's kind of relatable.
Yeah.
People understand where he's coming from.
Absolutely.
People see like, okay, I bought my mom a crib. People want to do that. I mean, and really for black people, that's a sign of success right there. For black people, like people buying their mama's crib, they did it. You know what I'm saying? I made it. But the thing of it is, I don't think, with those type of things and those attributes of Kwame Brown. And I'm not saying that, a white man wouldn't be able to do that neither. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he would, I just don't think it'd be near as effective because, but I think, and then on top of that too, I think, some people would be like, hold on. I think it would be quelled very quickly too, because I think both parties would come in and say, oh, I'm sorry, we just had a misunderstanding, and they'll go on about their ways.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree though. Definitely agree. So yeah, I mean, let us know what y'all think in the comments, about Kwame Brown's situation and whether or not, it would be the same played out if it was a white person and this and that. That's just our question of the day. Just to start a conversation.
Yep.
So we got some birthdays I want to go ahead and give some shout outs to. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So today, my man, the lyrical lexicon, Keith Murray, his birthday is today.
Beautifulest thing in this world, just like that. I get in ya.
That's my dude right there. So gotta love Keith Murray, man. He's still doing it. He still looks pretty young too, man. He hasn't aged hardly that much. Also coming up tomorrow, we got Remy Ma. Happy birthday to her. She's one of my favorite rappers.
All right.
I really wish she would do more music, but she doing her thing still. Also coming up tomorrow, rest in peace.
Big L, rest in peace.
L, rest in peace. Yes, got to remember him, man. So definitely gonna try to show some love to him this week. Also coming up tomorrow, another icon in hip hop, Jimmy Spicer.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him as well. So both of them are very pivotal in hip hop.
The Bubble Bunch. Rocking to the beat.
And then one more for tomorrow, my man CeeLo Green, who's also pivotal to hip hop.
Yeah.
He's helped to bridge that gap. He's done a lot of crossover, but also hardcore stuff as well.
All that Gemini energy over there.
Right.
All that Gemini energy.
Yes, sir. Coming up on the 31st, happy birthday goes out to Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka.
Waka Flocka Flames. And also the legend himself, DMC. A.K.A. Daryl McDaniels. You know, who we had the privilege to interview at Comic-Con. You know, it was a great interview as well.
The son of Daniels and not McDonald's.
These rhymes are Daryl's.
The birds are Ronald's.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't forget that. Coming up on June 2nd, we got my man Skills from out of VA. Well, I think he was actually born somewhere else, but he was raised in VA. He was born, I can't remember, but it wasn't Virginia. It was some other state. Like maybe
maybe Maryland or something.
Yeah, something like that, Maryland.
Yeah.
But he represents VA to the fullest because that's where he really lived. But anyway, also coming up on June 2nd, my man Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Time for the action. It's the fraction of fiction. Y'all got the clearance to run the interference. Singing the satellite. Shutting the satellite. Sing out the gap, and I know I got you right.
Yes, sir.
You're just killing me.
Man, I think that's still my favorite song from them to this day.
Oh, man.
To this day.
To this day. Cypress.
Yeah, man. And then also coming up on June 3rd, my man Dave East.
Dave East.
Yeah, man. He's coming up pretty strong in hip-hop, man. You know, he's getting a lot of respect in the hip-hop game, man. He was signed by Nas, you know, so that was a smart move by Nas, man, because he'll forever be remembered for that.
Yeah.
So, but that's it for my birthday. So let's give them some skibbity claps in the essence of Tony Baker. Skibbity claps, skibbity claps.
Sometimes I gotta, you know, the audience get a little crazy.
Right. But yeah, man. So I gotta get some new music out there. We got a few new projects coming out. My man Lloyd Banks is making a return to hip hop. He's got a new album called The Course of the Inevitable.
I think I've seen something about that. Did he? There were some projects, some people he had on it, didn't he?
I can't remember, but I just saw that he announced it. And I think he put a picture up of what the cover would look like, I think, if I remember correctly. But I didn't see too much about what the songs would be like. But, you know, it's Lloyd Banks, so I'm still looking forward to that. I'm assuming it's going to be sometime in June. He didn't really say, as far as I know. But, you know, shout out to Lloyd Banks for doing that after saying that he was going to retire and all of that good stuff.
Lloyd, you better not retire, man.
I know, right?
You know, even though as much as, you know, God bless the dead, DMX, you know, said, you know, like, who Lloyd Banks? But,
Lloyd Banks.
But we need, but because of that reason, we need you.
Right.
We need the real, I'm for real, man, because we got a lot of culture vultures coming here trying to screw shit up.
Absolutely.
We need you, man. We need you.
Yep, and also my man Sky Zoo got a new album coming out called All the Brilliant Things. Okay. That's coming out on June 11th. Now Sky Zoo is very dope. He came up through like Duck Down and all of that.
Okay.
And so you know, anybody to come through Duck Down, you got to be a good lyricist. You know what I mean? So he did a lot of stuff with Duck Down. So anyway, that's gonna be dope. I'm looking forward to that. Also, the supergroup The Horsemen, which they don't write it out as The Horsemen, they just write it out as HRSMN, just the consonants there. They did a album back in like 2003, and it was a supergroup made of Razzcast, Corrupt, who else was Cannabis, and Killer Priest, yeah. So they were like the first Slaughterhouse, basically, and as far as I know, anyway.
Dang, probably where Eminem got the idea.
Right, right. I wouldn't even doubt it.
Mm-hmm. Gotta bite everything I do, you know what I'm saying? Don't want me to shine.
I'm sorry. I don't get to do my Cannabis impression all the time, so I have to.
You gotta do it sometimes.
I gotta throw it in there. Like, the world will want to know. You know what I mean?
Kick you in your groin.
Snap the tap from your arm. Make you get on the horn. Call Minister Farrakhan. Your first, your fourth, second, and third ball. Nah, he started it.
Yeah, man. Cannabis is that dude. When it comes to bars, Cannabis is that dude.
Cannabis is crazy.
If y'all remember, I shared something on our Facebook page with him and Cambada that was really dope.
Okay.
Yeah, it was out like a month or two ago. But anyway, So the Horsemen is doing a new album called The Last Ride. I'm assuming this is probably going to be their last album together. But they make a dope team, and they've always done really good songs. I'm going to probably share some of their old songs on like the Facebook page so y'all can check them out. And then we also got to talk about DMX and the Exodus album, because that just dropped on Friday, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
And so it's making the rounds, and let's give them all a round of applause, and congratulate everybody on their new works and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to, let me see, because what I'm trying to do, I'm going to try to bring up the track list. What I might do, I'll just put it on here.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, I thought the album overall was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to say this to shit on it or nothing like that. Was it groundbreaking? No. But it was a decent album to listen to. It got some plays. Let me see if I can.
I have to admit, I thought it was very dope. I'm not going to say it's going to be the album of the year.
Oh, no.
But I do think it's good enough to be considered a classic. I do think that. I think it's good enough to be considered a great body of work. And I did listen to it earlier. I'm trying to pull up the list so I can go through some of the songs here. But, and that's going to be basically our first topic of the day. We're going to talk about DMX's album just to kind of give him some respect here. Put some respect on his name.
Respect on my name. So the first track, That's My Dog.
That's My Dog.
The Lots and Swiss Beats. Thought that was a fair track. I thought it was pretty good. It was classic DMX, classic LOX.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It sounded like one of the beats that they normally rap to.
Yeah. I mean, that really kind of put me back in the mind of, like the 2000, 2000 era, 90, 98, 90, 99, 2000, that era. And yeah, man, solid song. I ain't got no problem with it. Solid. Yeah.
Very worked. Solid. All the bars and verses were really good. You know what I mean? I liked it. So it was a good way to start off the album. There was one called Dogs Out with Lil Wayne, also with Swiss Beats. That one I thought was pretty decent. I
thought we were going down the whole.
I'm just going through the order.
My bad.
Yeah, you tell me the order because I didn't listen to the official album, so I don't know what.
So the Bath Salts was the second song.
Okay, with Nas and Hov.
Yeah,
that was dope, man. That's one of my favorites. Because I love the beat and I like all of the verses on it. DMX's verse was dope. Nas. Hov, I do think Nas might have had the best verse.
Yeah, I think Nas had the best verse on it. That's just me personally. Jay is all right. Don't get me wrong, but Jay's kind of repetitive to me. It's like it's the same shit.
Yeah.
I got money, this, that, and the third. It's like sometimes like money's cool, but like on this joint, like a name of something called Bath Salts.
Right.
You kind of really want to, like get fucking crazy.
Right.
It's bath salts. Fucking bath salts.
Right.
Like that crazy ass shit. So like Nas, and see that's what I'm saying. I think Nas on that one kind of tried to take it there. Like he started saying shit, yeah, I'm an alien and all this stuff. Like this crazy type style. Yeah. So I mean that's my own. I'm not saying it's not a bad track. I'm just saying like as far as like, something like bath salts.
Yeah.
Last thing you're thinking about is money. Because people not, what I'm saying?
Like,
this is about like something like crazy.
Yeah, let's spaz out real quick.
Yeah, a little bit. So.
And I agree. Nas did that more so than Hov did. I thought Hov's verse was good, but it didn't really match the tone of the song as much.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Fuck my opinion. Because really, Jay's paid either way. He's
gonna be paid anyway.
Yeah, I got the money anyway, nigga. That's why you have to make a review. It's my horrible JC approach.
I saw a video where Hov was talking about X, and he said it was a show that they did together. Mm-hmm. I think Hov was like maybe the headliner, and DMX went on right before him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, so when he came out, he started off with one of his, dope tracks. I don't remember which track it was, but he was like, yeah, all the guys in the crowd was amp, you know what I mean? Because he started going, you know, he's like, you know, normally when you hear that, people just lose their fucking mind. And then he was like, after he did a couple songs, then he pulled the shirt off. He was like, then the ladies started losing their fucking mind. And then he was like, at the end of the song, at the end of his performance, he did a prayer. So everybody lost their fucking minds. It was all religious and whatnot. And, they, you know, they had respect for that. And he was like, damn, how the fuck do I follow that? That was the first time I ever heard Hov admit. I said he was like, shit. You know, because I mean, Hov ain't never been a take off your shirt guy. He ain't never been a prayer guy. You know what I mean?
Nah.
He got a catalog, but you know, he don't have those little nuances like the grrr that's gonna get people hyped. All X had to do was just go grrr, and everybody's like, yes.
Jay don't really, and I'm not saying this to knock him. I'm just saying Jay don't really attribute or shine on alpha male tendencies.
Yeah.
That's why X was the way he was.
Yeah.
That's why he kind of had to get rid of him. Because he's like, this nigga gonna take all my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, because I think there was an interview, I forgot the lady who was talking, but she was saying, like, you got to understand, this wasn't Jay-Z with Beyonce and all this stuff.
Right.
Oh, nah, this was Jay-Z that just got out of, like, you know what I'm saying, was in Def Jam. And, like, he was climbing.
Yeah.
You know, still. So, yeah, I mean, he kind of had to get rid of the competition, you know.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
I thought that was very interesting, though. But yeah, man. So, but the album was very solid. I really liked the Bath Salt song because now I will say this: some of y'all might remember this, but the Bath Salt song is an older song that Swiss Beatz did, and he kind of just redid it. This was a song he had when he did his little battle with Timbaland online, like a couple years ago. It was like maybe 2018 or something like that. He played Bath Salt. It was that same beat. Nas was on it. But I think
I do remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
Nas's verse was different. And then I think Hov, was on it, and also Busta Rhymes might have been on it.
Yeah, I think I do remember that.
So, yeah, but all the verses were just different. And I ain't gonna lie, I think Nas's verse was even better on the old version, but I think he used the verse on another song.
Okay.
And so, because the song never came out, and so he wound up using it on another song. But, I think it was a solid song still.
Yeah, if Swiss was, I mean, I ain't gonna say he's not dumb, but it'd be kind of crazy if he actually get ahead of that and have like the remix out with Busta on.
Right.
Busta been hit, you know, from last year, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still kind of, you know, relevant. But let's go to the Dogs Out with Weezy.
Yeah.
Weezy, no, wait a minute. Weezy on that? No.
What the hell?
No, wait a minute. Hold on.
Dogs Out was no, that was him and I think that was the one with Lil Wayne, I think. That's
what I was thinking. They got, hold on, they whoever do this list, they done fucked up. Hold on. We trying to get the list right.
Yeah, Dogs Out was the one I was talking about with Lil Wayne. Here we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
let me do this.
That was a good one. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but it was good. You know,
I think Lil Wayne did his thing on that.
He did.
And I'm not a Wayne fan.
Yeah.
I think he did his thing on that. That was pretty dope.
He definitely did. It was a dope track, and I think Swiss Beatz did that one too. So you know, Swiss Beatz is gonna be all over this album because I mean, he was a big part of X's come up. You know what I mean? So you know, it was I know they said it was a few times when X didn't really like some of Swiss's beats, but after a while he realized, okay, I was sleeping on this dude, so I'm gonna have to give him more chance.
You know, the beat, you know what I'm saying? Give me the primo shit, you know what I'm saying? Let a nigga rap. But then, you know, people like it, you know what I'm saying? All right, then, you know. You know what I mean?
That's exactly how he sounds too.
You know.
He does that a lot, man.
Oh man, I miss that guy.
Hip hop is really gonna miss him.
God, man.
So what was the next song?
So the next one was Money, Money, Money with Moneybagg Yo.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar with that guy. I don't know if he's a coming up artist or anything like that. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. That was a good one. I think I remember liking the beat to that more so than anything. The rhymes was good, but it was more so I think I liked the beat to that one a little bit more. It had just a real good head nod beat to it, and I was like, okay, this is dope. This is dope. So yeah, but I mean, Moneybagg's verse was pretty good, but it, he has a different style from X, so that was more so just just for the hell of it, let's throw Moneybagg on here, to me anyway, just an opinion. And thanks to everybody who's checking us out on Instagram. We really appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
We appreciate anybody on Facebook.
Yep.
We got YouTube
we
going
got
as well.
YouTube.
So we appreciate that, and we're gonna be.
Your mama's house.
We got Spotify going too.
Yeah, we got that. There you gonna be disrespectful.
I know, right? But yeah, the song with Moneybagg Yo, Money, 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 or whatever, it was pretty good. But it wasn't one of my favorites or anything like that. But it was good.
The Hold Me Down with Alicia Keys.
That one was one of my favorites beat wise. I remember when the beat first started, I was like, yo, this beat is knocking. And so that was another one where I really liked the beat. And I mean, I'm glad Alicia got on there. I'm sure Swiss had a part in that.
They did Alicia dirty on this shit.
What
You
you
know
mean?
why? You can hear that she can't sing.
I didn't even catch it. I was more so.
You can hear that she cannot sing.
I was so into the beat.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking away from Alicia because one thing is, and particularly in the business, and it's proven, you don't have to fucking sing to be an artist.
Yeah.
I think Alicia's a great artist.
Yeah.
She's just not and I think Aretha Franklin, before she died, she pretty much announced that, she's a great performer. She didn't say that she was great vocally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the way they had that last track, she was very airy.
Oh, okay.
She ran out of,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it because I remember the beat just kind of took over for me. So,
but the beat was, it was nice. But and that's not the slight Alicia Keys. I love Alicia Keys as far as the Fallen joint, you know what I'm saying? That's slamming, no, and all that stuff, and the Girl on Fire joint. Right. I rock with Alicia, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with Alicia. I don't want no smoke. Right. I don't want no smoke.
Right.
You hear me, Swiss? I ain't want no smoke. But y'all set it up wrong, and that's just my humble opinion.
I'm gonna go back and listen to it because like I said, I did hear it, but I didn't really catch that much. And I was trying to kind of rush into it because I knew we were going to talk about it on the show today. So, but anyway, what's the next song?
Skyscrapers with Bono, the rock star.
That was nice too.
That was really interesting, and it actually worked.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked it. It kind of had like the poppy, stuff that that you have now. You got the rappers that rap. I think it was. I don't know why he picked Bono.
Yeah, me either.
But it might have been for like a look. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed the track. YouTube. They was all right. A lot of people were crazy about them back in the day. I'm not gonna say I was a super fan. Yeah. They had a couple. They had a couple joints I like all right. But you know what I'm saying? Not no you know what I'm saying? Not no Kurt Cobain shit. Those niggas was rocking. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't like that. But they.
It was cool.
I respect you too.
It was cool. I liked it. I thought the beat was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember thinking, I was like, I wonder what made them choose Bono. But I think it still worked out. You know what I mean? So,
I think the voice, because Bono's got a kind of he's got like a mellow out voice. And it kind of, you know what I'm saying? So. It's definitely better if he did that and then like Bruce Springsteen. Then I had to talk about two niggas that can't sing. Bad.
Yeah, but that's all good.
Yeah.
But I do think overall the album is worth getting, and I'm going to get a copy of it myself. Whether I've already heard it or not, I think it's just well worth just being supportive of good artistry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what's the next song?
Okay, so we got the skit with Cross, Rapper, Ice Pick, and Infrared, which I thought that was all right.
Yeah.
Leading up into the Hood Blues, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, West Side Gun. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna tell you, I think that's my favorite song on the album. And I'm not saying that because of Griselda and all that stuff riding the train. I think it's my favorite, and the thing of it is, to me, God, I hate X is Dead because they are a fucking perfect team on this.
Oh
shit.
yeah.
They was a perfect team on this.
It got better as the song.
Yeah, like they was
getting better. And
like
better.
it was almost like they was Locks 2.0, and they just not to disrespect the Locks. I'm just saying like if the Locks did this song and it wasn't them, but if and they did the first song interchangeably, they could have done it. That's just my opinion. And like I said, man, that one was probably like my favorite.
Yeah. So that was really dope too. And I ain't gonna lie, because of who X is, I'm so used to him rapping on faster stuff. It was more of a Griselda slow groove type beat.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, okay, how is this gonna work? Is DMX gonna sound good on this? But when he came in, it was right. It was perfect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It just came. It came through like it was just normal for him. You know what I mean? So that was that and the Bath Sauce joint. I think are my two favorite songs. But yeah, that was a really solid one. Who was it that went for? I think it was West Side Gun.
I think West Side Gun went first.
Yeah,
Benny
and
went
then
second.
Benny Butcher, then Conway, and then X. Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I really think like if X was still around, man, he definitely would have worked with those guys again. I hope.
Yeah.
But maybe we will hear some more. Maybe he did work with them, so maybe we'll help get some more music from them.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
But them working together was that was phenomenal. And Buffalo and YO, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you can tell that this was actually recorded in real time with them because he actually mentioned them in his verse. So it wasn't like they just took an old DMX verse and just put it with some Griselda. So, I thought that was dope. But yeah, so that was one of my favorites too. The beat was dope. It was straight, like that gritty Griselda beat. So I don't know who produced that though.
I think it probably... To me, it sounded like it would probably... It definitely wasn't Swiss. It might have been one of Griselda's producers. I forgot his name, but he kind of got like that Alchemist type, feel. But yeah, I think it might... I think it probably they produce it. And I can't think of his names. No disrespect to Griselda.
So what else? What's next?
Okay, so we got to Take Control with Snoop Dogg. Yeah. I thought that one was pretty cool. I mean, for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? That was pretty cool.
That one came out. It's not you want more hardcore stuff from X, but it really worked out well. Him and Snoop. I mean, it wasn't like super religious or anything like that. It just it was a little more mellow of a groove song, but they still rap pretty hard on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was really dope.
Good.
Yeah, that was dope. I like that one. And I don't know if that was. I wonder if that was like, recorded with them together because I know, after the verses, they said that DMX recorded a lot of his album in Snoop's studio.
Oh, okay.
So right after the verses, he got kind of into it. Yeah.
He's like, yo, let me just go in here and get in there. All right, dog. I can't do a Snoop voice, but
hey, dog, do what you gotta do.
What you gotta do.
Yeah. That Snoop Dogg laid back,
Yeah.
I think the only time I really heard Snoop get real rowdy was on the stage when he was like, "Y'all don't love Death Row? Y'all don't love Dr. Dre? Death Row?
Motherfucking East Coast?
We know who y'all is." That's the only time I really heard Snoop really get loud, you know what I mean? But anyway, but yeah, that's a good one, with Snoop Dogg.
And then the next one, Walking in the Rain.
With Nas.
And if I'm saying it, Denon,
I thought.
And Exodus Simmons, which I guess that's his son.
Yeah.
I thought that one was pretty good. Nas does his job on there. It's a mellow type, you know what I'm saying? It's straight up.
Nas did a great job on his verse on that. So yeah, that was a good song. But I think the whole thing was pretty good. But it's one you're gonna really have to go back and analyze on that one. That's one I think you're gonna have to re-listen to.
Yeah.
But it's a really good song.
Yeah. And then we got the child, his son Exodus, the skit.
Yeah.
And then the last song before because the last track is the prayer.
Yeah.
The letter to my son, call your father.
Which I thought was good.
Yeah,
I like
cool.
the Exodus skit too. I mean, it was really nice to hear his son, really calling out to him as a kid and all of that. Getting happy and excited about seeing him and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the call your father one, that was good too. What I mean? Him just pouring his heart out to his son, saying, I know we got our differences, but let's put that aside and let's do our thing. Let's try to have a good relationship. Forget all that other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how good that worked out before he passed. I hope they had a chance to really have a better relationship, because I know when he was on Iyanla, if you remember, they didn't have a good relationship at all.
Yeah.
At that time. And X was in a whole different headspace, at that time. He went off, and Iyanla, kind of, he talked about it in the Uncensored.
Yeah, yeah.
He said that Iyanla actually apologized to him eventually, because she did kind of go in on him too.
Oh, well, you know how they is. Those people, especially with Oprah and all them motherfuckers, they really try to make us, the black men, look really bad.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I mean, I gotta respect X, man. It's like, look, it's my fucking son. Like, I respect him, man. Like, dang. So, you know what I'm saying. So X, man. I'm telling you, man, we gonna miss that dude. He was just,
yeah, definitely, man. He was, man. So, but yeah, I enjoyed the whole album. It felt like it was like a little bit of a journey. I like the little skits, like the Stick Up skit. I really like that.
Yeah, definitely gotta listen to it again.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna grab me a copy. It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, so let me give him a clap. Clap for the. Okay, there we go. There we go. Here we go. Gone but not forgotten, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If any of y'all missed it, his very last interview for Uncensored, I just posted it on our Facebook page earlier today. So, you can see the whole thing, and that was a really good interview. It's weird, man. It's almost like they knew. It's almost like they knew, okay, this man ain't gonna be here much longer. Let's really get his side of the story.
Yeah.
It was like you could really see another side of X in that,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, well worth it to me. I think it's a worth it album to get. So I encourage everybody to get it. It's called Exodus, and great album.